All right, welcome to this conversation, you guys. Today we're going to be having a conversation about what is coaching? What is it? So with me today, I'm Megan Johnson. I'm a life and leadership coach, and I've got some of my best friends here with me today, some of the most awesome coaches. So we're going to go around, and if everyone could just say hello real quick.
I'm Alison Daniels. I'm a life coach in the hospitality industry.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sulkin, and I'm a coach for burnt out professionals.
Hey there, I'm Selena Reames, and I'm a life and mindset coach.
Hi, I'm Ellen. I am a professional certified coach through the ICF, and I am an executive life leadership coach, how I would describe it.
I am Martha, and I am a marketing strategist and a mindset coach for high performers.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so yeah, let's dive into this conversation about what is coaching. Selena, do you want to share with us what the International Coach Federation tells us about what coaching is?
I would love to share that. The ICF, short for International Coach Federation, defines coaching as partnering with clients in a thought-provoking and creative process that inspires them to maximize their personal and professional potential. I think one of the things I take away from that that's been the most valuable when I've been working with my clients and working with my own coach is the partnership of it. And of course, we do a lot of other things, but I see the partnership as the framework to hold the whole container of the coaching, and that's what's been magical for me is the relationship and the container that creates.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, let's talk about, maybe to get a better understanding of what coaching is, let's talk about what it isn't.
Yeah.
Especially because today in the world, it's so easy for someone to say they're a coach. Put it on a business card and a LinkedIn profile and an Instagram bio. So let's get some of the nebulousness out of it and talk about what it isn't. What do you guys
I'll
think?
hop in with what one thing that I see it's not, because it comes in my space all the time. Coaching is not the same thing as consulting. So a lot of people assume that life coach, in my experience, assumes some sort of life advice, like we have accomplished the thing that you want to accomplish, and therefore we know something about it. And in fact, totally couldn't be further from the truth. All I do 24/7 in my practice is ask the questions. So I have no answers for anything. I actually really relate to my client as the expert, and I am just this mirror for exploration and creation and accountability and discovery. So totally in a different hemisphere from consulting for anyone who may have thought otherwise.
Yeah,
Ellen, I love how you brought up the word expert, because a consultant is an expert in something. And when we're talking about our clients' lives, like, wouldn't it be silly if we were the expert on their life? Like, it just doesn't work that way.
It's also a heavy burden to carry. That's a lot.
Yeah. So
It's imperfect.
yeah, I want to just jump right in there. So certainly, of course, we're not the expert in your life. And I love that, Britt. Like, it would be ridiculous to even claim that. And I would be very suspicious if somebody said that. But what we are expert in is, just to Ellen's point, is we're expert in holding the mirror and helping reflect things to you, building and creating more awareness around what. So one of my clients had this great, I think I popped it in the video the other day, but he had this great example. He was talking about those bobblehead dolls. He's like, yeah, coaching has taken me from only being able to go back and forth and see the world from there to, like, now I have 360-degree range of view. So we open up, so we become expert in supporting people in opening up their view and their perspective of what's possible in their life.
Got it.
I love that. I know something that pops up in my space a lot, especially because my background is in psychology, and I'm continuing to pursue an education in psychology. A lot of people who come to me ask me for really therapy, and there's sort of this myth going around that a life coach is just like a therapist who has a cooler name or a trendier name. And the first thing I have to tell a lot of people is, whoa, like, we have a lot of training, but it is not in diagnosing any sort of disease or syndrome. We are not trained to treat or heal. And we are not bound by the same laws that licensed mental health professionals are. So even though we're invested in your well-being and our conversations are confidential and we want the best for you, it is a totally different world. A therapist supports someone who is dealing with a trauma or an illness or a disorder, and that's very needed, but we relate to our clients as well and whole. We're not looking to treat anything, and we have a forward focus. Not that a therapist can't focus with you on where you are and where you're going, but a therapist often also is very interested in your history. And while it may come up in a coaching session, our focus is really the present and the future.
Britt, that's such a perfect segue into what is coaching.
Yeah.
I love this image, Megan. This is so great.
Yeah, I think for me, my favorite distinction with what coaching is this shift from us looking to fix problems, which a lot of people come to us for. They're like, I've got this thing, and they're trying to eradicate, to get rid of this thing about themselves to make them better or more successful or something. And we relate to as you guys mentioned, people are whole and complete, and there is nothing to fix. Rather than a problem, we refer to it as we work in this gap from where you're at to where you want to be. And there isn't something to be fixed, but perhaps there's just something missing. And it takes a lot of the drama and the emotion out of it. And it really we're just looking at the facts. What's so what, and what now? What action do we take from there?
That points to one of my favorite things about coaching. Selena, I love what you put in about opening up different perspectives. And it also, it's so open, right? Like 360-degree view of the world, like, oh, that sounds like it could be so much. And the way that we focus that is that we coach to projects. So our clients get to come to us with these very specific goals that they have for their lives that they can range from, I want to double the revenue of my business, to I want a better relationship with my mother. But there's some end goal that you're working towards, and we're always coming back to what is the larger project. All of these perspective changes, these talking about the facts, it's all within this conversation around getting somewhere. Like Britt said, it's very future focused. You're going to get somewhere.
Yeah, and how cool to bring somebody in to partner with you who's some unbiased third party. You know, we normally turn to friends and family for advice, and they're stakeholders in our lives. They care about what happens to us. So if we're looking to lean into some vulnerable, scary thing and take a leap, they might not be the first ones to co-sign on that.
They are also usually a little bit more invested in protecting our feelings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
My job is, our job isn't to protect our clients' feelings. It's to help them achieve their goal and take a stand for what they said they want.
Absolutely.
Right. Sometimes we're the only people in their lives saying, you said you were going to do this thing. You can do this thing. And I really stand for you to not back down.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Hey, so when might somebody want to hire a coach?
Ooh, great question. I'll jump in and maybe we can just popcorn on this. Transitions. I think transitions are an incredible time to get the support of a coach. Getting clarity, really looking at, it's like we said, like now if we have this open up big view, it's like it can be confusing. So a coach can really support in getting clarity on what's really important to you and what's next going forward.
Yeah.
What else?
I think when people feel stuck, when they're looking to make those transitions and feel like they're spinning in a circle, and really when they've tried all the things, whether they've tried the diet, they've bought the new planner, they've taken this course, and are just ready to put their foot down and actually make some real progress.
Or on the flip side, when they haven't tried anything, when they have this goal and they look out and they're like, ugh, and just don't even know where to start.
That's
I
great.
think I'd also add to Selena's point of transitions. The word that comes to mind is reinvention in my when they're at a point where maybe it's reinventing a career, maybe it's reinventing a relationship, maybe it's reinventing a whole clean slate of life. Like maybe they're freshly divorced or maybe they're freshly married, whatever. It's all in transition, but it's also pointing to that we are looking to reinvent how we relate to our lives or our businesses or our relationships. And I find that's a theme within everyone we work with, whether, it doesn't matter what field they're in or what stage of life they're in, it's that they're looking to level up in some degree and they're kind of don't know how,
Totally. And connected to that, for me, creation comes up, how they want to build something new, either a new business or a new art practice, and similar to what Alison said, they're either overwhelmed, scared, or they wanted to get it right. So getting out of the trap of perfection, being supported on that.
I think another great time to hire a coach is when you have that moment. It's like a train hits you. We all get it every now and then. You're like, wow, I'm really tired of my own bullshit.
Totally. That's great, Britt. You put it much more succinctly, but I was gonna say something similar. Just like, I think, and one of the reasons I came to coaching and I got to coach myself was just like, it's like you're saying, like I was spinning my wheels in a couple of areas and it's like, why am I not moving forward? I have the knowledge, so it's about not just getting more knowledge and getting more information. It's about actually becoming the person we need to be to create those things we want in our lives. So a lot of that I've experienced in my own life and with my clients. It's like getting the stuff out of the way that's actually holding us back. So I call it just getting out of our own way. So whether it's the old conditioned beliefs, the habits that we don't even see are like getting in our way, and just getting real clarity on those so that we can bring them up to our awareness so that we can actually take them off the plate and be empowered to step into what's next.
I love that. I love it. Thanks for bringing that full circle, Selena, because you were the first one to talk about the mirror. And I feel like that's exactly what we do. Guys, thanks for this conversation.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing it, Megan.
Yeah, thank you.
I hope it provides some clarity for those who are coach curious and who want to know what this life coach thing is. So so if you're joining us today and you're watching this and you have any questions, feel free to respond with a comment down below. Happy to answer for you.
Ask us your questions.
Ask us your questions.
We are trained in this.
We love talking about this stuff. So that's why we're in here. We're so happy to be sharing this week for, Building Coaching Awareness Week. So put your questions, maybe also put in the comments, your understanding of coaching or an area where you would like to get some support in your life. If you're sort of taking that mirror and looking back at your own life as we're speaking, like, hey, what would I really love some support in? What do I actually really want to create next?
Totally.
Yeah, so share that with us. Take advantage of this time together.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, you guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll
see you soon.